Hello guys, this is Simon from writtenlegalenglish.com. Welcome to this video where I'm going to go through my suggested answer for the competition text I asked you to look at last week. And this was the text I asked you to redraft. So if you haven't seen it yet, pause the video now to quickly read through it. The problem with this text is that it was full of the passive voice and I wanted you to redraft that into the active voice whilst thinking about the sentence structure. So let's get started. And the first thing to do is to highlight all of the examples of the passive voice, and you can see 4 of them here. There are 3 classic examples of the passive voice, and then there's one which is a quasi-passive. Here we've got a noun, which is where the verb is hiding. So this nominalization, this zombie word, is eating up the verb that we need. And of course, we've got this structure by the parties, which is indicative of the passive voice. So this was the 4th form that I asked you to redraft. So let's get started. The first sentence I would redraft like this. The tenant shall pay the sum of $200 to the agent. This redrafts, I'm going to get my pen tool out. This redrafts this passive here. And what I've done here, this is why I was talking about thinking about the sentence structure. This part, which was at the end of the original sentence, I've put after this first redraft into the active voice. Why? Because if I'm paying the sum of something, then I want to know what it's for. And for me, it made sense to put that information here. Let's pop that out of the way. And then we've got the second redraft, which is the parties upon the parties executing this agreement, which replaces this form here. And of course, here you can see that I'm using a gerund instead of the nominalization, which is here. Now, gerunds are better than nominalizations. Gerunds are still nouns, but they suggest action. So this is a good redraft as far as I'm concerned. Now, there's a couple of other things that you could have done here for extra points. You could have redrafted shall. You know I don't like shall. You know there's a problem with shall. So redrafting that into must would get you some extra points. And also redrafting executing, or because executing to execute is a legal English verb. Not everyone knows what it means. So if you redraft that into sign or a form of sign, then everyone understands what that means. And you would have got some extra points for making the sentence clearer. Okay, let's get back to the second sentence, which I would redraft like this. When the tenant vacates the premises, the agent shall refund the deposit to the tenant. Straightforward changes from the passive to the active voice. And you can see the difference the active voice makes. In the original sentence, it's really difficult to say. Upon the premises being vacated by the tenant, the deposit shall be refunded by the agent to the tenant. Way too many words, way too many prepositions. Compare that to our redraft. When the tenant vacates the premises, the agent shall refund the deposit to the tenant. Much easier to read the redraft, and still professional, still legal, still businesslike. Okay guys, that's how I would have redrafted this text. I can see that a lot of you went in the same direction as me. Well done for trying to redraft this. Making any of these changes would be making an improvement to the text here. And of course, well done to the competition winner for this week, who already is enjoying access to all of my online resources. If you would like to get access or have a chance of winning access to my online course, then you'll have the chance tomorrow. So make sure you're having a look at you look at my YouTube channel or my Facebook page to see the competition video for this week. I'll see you then.